Seja bem-vindo a mais uma edição de Veja Música. Eu sou Sérgio Martins e o convidado de hoje é a dupla The Swell Season. Glen Hansard, vocais e guitarra, e Markéta Irglová, teclados, guitarra e vocais, se conheceram durante as filmagens da produção Apenas uma vez, no qual interpretavam um casal de músicos. A dupla se apaixonou, ganhou um Oscar pela canção Falling Slowly e se separou, mas a parceria musical continua. Em 2009, The Swell Season lançou Strictly Joy, que está saindo agora no Brasil. The Swell Season não traz muitas novidades musicais. Seu estilo é calcado na música folk, com influências explícitas de Van Morrison e da música pop dos anos 70. Mas é tudo tão bem feito, com melodias tão ricas e bem estruturadas, além dos vocais da Markéta serem deliciosamente charmosos, que não dá para não gostar de The Swell Season. Onde vocês guardam o Oscar que vocês ganharam?
Mine is with my parents in Czech Republic. They have it in the house. And Glen's is with his mother's. When I go visit my parents and I see it, it's like, oh, that actually happened, you know? It's a few years back now and we've been so busy touring and traveling and playing gigs is that sometimes it's like a far removed memory, you know? After the Oscars for a while there was people like knocking on my parents' door. Oh, we heard you have the statue here, can we look at it? And they were like taking pictures with it, so.
O Oscar normalmente não costuma premiar música pop. O que você acha que aconteceu lá?
The fact that it's about love and friendship, everybody could find something in it, I guess. Somehow everybody opened their hearts to it, even the Academy, which is pretty amazing. We were surprised by it too.
Como o relacionamento de vocês influenciou na gravação desse disco?
Of course, the songs were influenced by whatever I was going through in my life and whatever me and Glen were going through in our relationship, which was the transition from a romantic relationship to a friendship. I wouldn't like to think of them so much as a breakup song, because when you say breakup song, everybody thinks of something ending and people parting ways. But what happened with me and Glen is the love that we shared just took a different form, and it continues.
Existe uma influência do Van Morrison no teu trabalho, Glen?
For me, Van is like, he's the one musician, hero, master musician that I know who has made every kind of music better than anyone else. When I wrote Low Rising, I came upon this riff. I was like, wow, this sounds like Van Morrison. And I thought, oh, okay, that sounds like Van Morrison. And then I thought, this sounds like Van Morrison, this is great.
And so we go low rising. We've got to come up, we've got to come up.
We censor ourselves because it's supposed to sound like, or we're supposed to be original, or we're supposed to have a thought that no one's ever had. And it just isn't true. So if you find yourself singing something and it resonates true inside you, then it doesn't matter who it sounds like you.
I want to turn this thing around. I want to drink with you all night until we both fall down.
Você trabalhando no The Commitments, que é baseado num livro de um grande escritor irlandês que é o Rod Dyle. O que te interessa na literatura?
I love Roddy Dyle. Yeah, he's a great writer, and he really tunes into the mindset of Dublin people, and that's why I wanted to do the film, because I was a street musician, I was a busker, and I was approached by people and they said, do you want to audition for this movie? And I had read the book and I love the book. The title of our band is a book titled by Josef Składecki, a Czech novelist who we both love, and we've actually been very lucky we've become friends with through this whole chapter of our lives.
You're moving too fast for me and I can't keep up with you. Maybe if you slow down for me.
Eu queria que vocês falassem sobre as canções que vocês escolheram.
Nick Christopher was a friend of mine, my best friend. He was one of these guys that was in a band for years, and then he had this motorcycle accident and he broke his neck, and he came out of the hospital after a few months, and then all of his songs were so positive. And Heyday, you know, This Is Our Heyday, it was probably the most positive song of that batch of songs he wrote. And I remember being really affected by how positive his music was after that. And then a year after that, he died. So he made this very, very positive album of songs, and it's almost like his work was done.
We've been out, but we're back because we're graced in these matters, and we'll ride. And we did a little love.
And so for me, as his friend, it feels very necessary for me as a cathartic experience to sing his songs and to keep that spirit alive in me.
Nos Estados Unidos e no Reino Unido agora fala-se sobre uma retomada do folk. Vocês sentem isso?
I want to say this the right way. Rock music's amazing, but being in a rock band it's such a conservative music because it's all drums, bass, vocals. Rock musicians all talk about how free rock is or how rebellious it is, but in fact it's incredibly simply structured. It's very conservative in its view of the world. What I liked about folk music and free folk and the idea of the Incredible String Band or anything else is that it was like throwing paint at a canvas. It was free.
See, you're only telling lies, lies, lies.
As long as the expression is pure, it doesn't matter what kind of music it is, whether it's heavy metal or Christian rock or, you know, or pop music, whatever. It's all that matters is the connection. If winning that Oscar gave us anything, it gave us an audience. It's been incredible, and it's incredible for us to come to Brazil and to have enough people here who care to hear us, you know, and who care to pay in to see us play. And that's the gift.
Com vocês, the Swell Season.
This is a